They're always having conversations and they're doing.
Can you look at the camera?
I think. Yes. There it is. We're back.
Welcome back.
We need to stop doing this where we take like breaks and don't announce that we're taking a break. But yeah, our last show was the 9th.
Yeah, I know.
Our last show was the 9th, and now it's the 30th. But hey, it's summer. We're doing lots of stuff. I'm sure everyone that watches our show also has like a busy schedule and can't sit down to listen to us talk at each other for an hour and a half. Because our shows are getting longer and longer.
Yeah. Eventually, I don't know.
We're just going to have a 24-hour show. It's going to go constantly. Live stream. Like the Truman Show. We're just going to be like sleeping. The show's still on.
Oh, man.
That was a good movie.
That was a good movie.
Anyway, so what are we doing today, Jacob?
Well, today we are gonna do a few things. First, we're gonna do a new segment called "What's That Acronym?" We didn't come up with a name before this. The burden of creativity is entirely upon me, and I'm sorry I failed everyone.
Also, you knew that the burden was upon you, what, 5 minutes ago when I told you?
No, you didn't tell me I had to name it.
You didn't have to name it.
Okay. But we have Abby as a guest host this week again. And she's going to be...
Where is she, Jacob?
She's hiding.
Where is she?
She's hiding.
I don't believe that she's even here.
Her hand is... That's my hand. Okay. So, you'll hear her voice. She's going to be reading us acronyms that we don't know what they stand for, and we're going to try and figure out what they stand for, and also try and come up with the most hilarious version of what the acronym could possibly mean. And that's the game.
That's it.
And then after that, we're going to be talking about cosplay in nerd communities, and just kind of that as a general topic. What it maybe what it does for nerd communities, just how it affects, like, what drives people to cosplay, etc.
And cosplays that we've done, and Jacob will have a fun story for everyone about his.
I have some good cosplay stories. So I have one very terrible cosplay story that Tony is referring to, but
I think it's great.
So, all right, Abby, hit us up. What is the first acronym?
WD-40.
WD. What does the WD stand for?
Wait, WD-40 is an acronym?
Like, I know what WD-40.
Yes. I know what WD-40 is, but like, does that count? Wait, hold on. Does that even count?
Yes. If the W and D stand for something, then it's an acronym.
40 also has a meaning.
The 40 what?
40 ounce.
It stands for well dang.
And then what's the 40?
That's the number of times you say well dang when you hear
Just in a row.
Yeah, when you hear the squeaky door.
Before you finally bust out.
Yeah. Yeah, before you finally bring it out. It's for, like, the stronger stuff has less numbers because it's like, so it's the WD-40 is for squeaks that aren't that bad, that you can stand about 40 times. But then if, like, WD-1 is for if it's just so bad that you need to use it immediately.
I think it's the WD stands for wet dogs, and that's how many dogs you can make wet before you need a new can.
So it's like the size. The size of what the number stands for.
Yeah. Sure. That makes sense, right? What does it actually stand for? I'm really curious. I never knew that it was an acronym for something.
Water displacement 40th attempt. It was the company's 40th attempt to figure out the recipe.
Really?
Okay, so this is like that Final Fantasy shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know why Final? No, you know that, right? You know why Final Fantasy is called Final Fantasy?
Because they haven't figured out what the final one is.
No. So Square, before it was Square Enix, Square was the company that made the first Final Fantasy game, and they had made a bunch of shitty games that didn't sell well, and the company was about to go out of business. And then they were like, okay, we're gonna make one more game. We're gonna put all our resources into this last game. That's it. We're gonna call it Final Fantasy. Fucking 18 games later, here we are. Final Fantasy like 15. It's like the Land Before Time or
And
some shit.
Square Enix has also produced like sort of mana games and
They
like
had a pretty decent E3 showing.
Yeah, well,
Okay.
Final Fantasy came out and it sold like fucking gangbusters and just made them a ton of money. And so they were like, okay, I guess we'll make Final Fantasy 2, you know,
And then just
so on and so forth,
as
forever and
I
ever.
know Kingdom Hearts. I haven't played Kingdom Hearts 3, but it looks terrible.
I've heard it is terrible from fans of Kingdom Hearts series. They're like, oh, I love Kingdom Hearts, but 3 is terrible. And I'm like, well, yeah, you've been
I
hyping
watched
it
a
up
bunch
for
of videos
7
when it
centuries.
came out from a bunch of different people, just all like talking about how terrible it was and making fun of it.
You know? So,
Okay.
All right, hit us up. What's the next acronym?
What does CBS stand for?
I know what it actually stands for.
I don't.
Then you're not allowed.
I was going to make
Corner
something.
Variety Store.
Wait, what?
Does it stand for Corner Variety Store?
Oh, CVS. There's in CBS. CVS.
No, CBS.
That's my like actual guess is Corner Variety Store, which is apparently wrong. My funny answer is Chupacabra Variety Store.
Candy and various shit. Because that's what CVS sells. It sells you candy, it sells other various shit.
And the pharmacy is part of that.
Candy, various shit, pharmacy.
The question is the pharmacy candy or the various?
Does it fall into the candy category or the various shit category?
It makes you feel good, and it's bite sized. So I'd say it's candy.
Buy a lot of candy from those stores. I would say that a lot of the medicine people are getting from pharmacy, it's stuff that's like unpleasant, or they're just dealing with an unpleasant situation. They're not trying to feel good. They're just trying to not
I'd
die.
say they are trying to feel good.
Anyway.
That's my argument.
Okay, what does it actually stand for?
Consumer
Okay. I got the stores part right.
Wait, consumer what?
value.
Store.
Consumer value stores.
Okay, I mean, yeah, okay.
Also, if
Okay.
any children are listening, medicine is not candy. I'm sorry. I don't think any children listen to our show, but that's okay.
Well, so now, in addition to the language content warnings I put on these, we're gonna have to put like drug.
We're not doctors. We're not sponsored.
We're not sponsored by doctors.
None of us has a medical degree.
Zero out of 10 doctors recommend the Dr. Z show. Not actual doctors. Confirmed.
And neither is our namesake. He wasn't even a doctor. That's part of the joke.
Oh man. Okay.
Okay.
Next. Hit Jacob again. You kept saying hit us up. I imagine her like punching you from off screen. Where?
Really hard.
Okay.
Across the room.
M&M's.
Mars and Mars?
Mice and men.
Y'all are really close, so I'm just gonna cut it off now. It's Mars and Murray's, the last names of the candy's founders.
I need the Mars part. Yeah, boy. I don't.
PAM cooking spray.
Pam's is a.
It's an acronym.
PAM is an acronym.
The final Pam is an acronym.
Partially alien meat.
Potentially aggravated Muppets.
Muffins?
Muppets. Partially aggravated Muppets. They chop them up and turn them into a spray.
What the hell is wrong?
That's why the Muppet Show couldn't keep going. They're an endangered species being hunted down by the the people who make ham cooking spray.
Puff at metal. No, that's not that. Just doing that nonsense one. But do you want another real one?
Yes.
Product
what is-
of Arthur Meyerhoff.
Can you hear Abby okay?
Yeah, you guys are like the connection's not great today.
Okay.
No, but I heard what it was.
Product of Arthur Meyerhoff. What the heck?
Way to be a douche though, and just like promote yourself inside your product that we're already buying.
Really? Because no one knows what it stands for.
It's a secret publicity stunt.
Yeah, before now, I would have thought that it was a woman named Pam.
That's what I thought it was. Like I didn't know it was most of these I don't even know that they're acronyms.
The backwards of map doesn't really help.
Okay.
If you turn your map around, you can grease pants.
Necco, as in Necco wafers.
NECCO.
Two C's, double letter.
Non-edible children's candy organization.
I'm not gonna be able to do any better than that. I'm not gonna be able to do better than that. I give up.
New England Confectionery Company.
Okay.
Hey, that's cheating.
I know, it is cheating. They did
Letters.
cheat.
Yeah, the CO
Jeez.
standing for company. Not okay.
That's cheating.
Okay. And now we're going to go with something less ancient and go for Yahoo.
I thought you said less ancient.
Less ancient than Necco wafers is a pretty low bar to clear.
Yahoo, like the company Yahoo?
The company Yahoo.
Didn't even know that was an acronym. Shit, I don't know anything.
Your answers have osteoporosis organization.
Not everything with an O can end in organization, Jake.
I mean, I think the O's probably the final O in most of these is probably going to stand for organization, or maybe it's oligarchy. Your aunt has osteoporosis. Oligarchy.
I don't know. I thought I was gonna be better at this. I can't come up with a good one. Yahoo. Yahoo is like, it's so long to be an acronym. I feel like.
That's why they made it an acronym.
Young avocados hunt octopuses.
Oh,
Oligarchy. I'm pretty sure that's it.
Why are you like this?
It can't be anything else.
What is it though?
yet another hierarchical official oracle.
Of course, it has the word oracle. They're all weird. You like the word oracle way too much.
And the next one is taser. And as a reminder, taser has an S, not a Z.
I love that people spell taser with a Z though.
Yeah.
Like the dumbing down of the general
Taser.
population is complete. Taser.
It's a laser.
Taser is an acronym? Man, I didn't know any of this.
I like the Z more.
We're learning
It's the
today.
B.
Taser.
This one's actually pretty good.
Tactical assault
Soup.
Soup. Soup emission ray.
Hold on, let's read all of that at once. Tactical assault soup emission ray.
So the question is, does it emit soup itself, or is it a ray that causes people to emit soup?
I mean, if you get tased, there is a possibility of blowing chunks, and one could distastefully describe someone's barf as soup.
I imagine it as like it emits soup.
Yeah, that's like in middle school, I drew a little picture. It was like a tractor beam, except for it was a beam that shot out tractors at people. Actual assault soup emission ray. Tasers. We're gonna arm the entire police department. These tasers.
That would be more terrifying. Honestly, that would be more terrifying than a gun. Like, yeah, this little
Is it
handheld
like a
device
soup
that
of the
looked
day?
it
You're
looked
more
like a
afraid of soup than bullets?
What's the soup of the day? They get reloaded every night. Different kinds of soup.
Or like they ask them, like they can only arrest people with like shellfish allergies and shoot lobster biscuit them.
Mild hives will like make them completely out of commission.
Yeah.
Taser's an acronym. Who would have known? Not me. What does it actually stand for?
I'm gonna give you a hint. The T is for Thomas.
That's not a hint.
No, it's not a hint.
Thomas
Alva.
always
Sits in the ER.
shaves ears. Really?
What?
It ends in a question mark.
The T, does the T actually stand for Thomas?
Yes.
What the? I have no idea.
Thomas
no idea.
A. Swift's electric rifle.
Okay. Electric rifle.
And his name.
Another shameless plug
For
that
yourself.
no one knows about.
It's a secret publicity stunt, I'm telling you. I know.
Every time you use it, actually every time someone gets tased, like the electricity going through them actually causes them to hear his name just over and over again.
Fun fact, have you ever been tased?
Thomas A. Swift, Thomas A. Swift, Thomas A. Swift. Ah! I can't stop thinking about Thomas A. Swift.
Have you ever been tased?
No.
Okay. Neither have I. Worth asking, though.
Okay. Zip as in zip code.
I should know this because I work for a shipping company. But I don't know this.
Zip.
Zip.
Zona Internacional Postal.
That would actually, that would make sense, actually.
I don't have a fun. I mean, I could probably come up with some funny ones for this, but like, I wanted to be close to the real thing. My finger on the pulse of the community.
Is it close to that, though?
The hint. The P does not stand for postal or anything like that.
Not even parcels.
So it doesn't even stand for parcel?
It's not parcel. It's not postal. It's not package. Then-
Zoological inhibitory predator.
What would that be? So zoological, an animal. Inhibitory, so it inhibits animals?
Or Zoots.
Sure.
Inhibit Zoots.
Zoot.
It could be the Kanema from Teen Wolf. Because it inhibits people. In Teen Wolf, there's giant lizard creature that it's venomous. You with just like a single drop for like a few minutes.
For hours.
Hours sometimes, yes.
Minutes for werewolves. It is Zone Improvement Plan.
I got the zone.
So that's zip is in zip code.
Mm-hmm.
Zone Improvement Plan. Code.
Weird.
They're improving the zones.
They have a plan to improve the zones.
Yes.
Okay, Time Magazine. The magazine is not an acronym, just the word time.
Thank goodness.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, holy crap.
Time.
Is it another pronoun?
No, there are
Thank-
no people's names in it.
Thank goodness.
No Thomases, no Ingrids, no Marks, no Evelyns.
Tiny idiot marsupial. I can't think of a good one for the E.
Eaters.
Sure, eaters.
Tiny idiot marsupial eaters.
Stupid tiny koalas.
Oh, they're so delicious.
Hate you stupid koalas, but hot dang, do they taste good.
Tarantula-esque, interdimensional mediation expedition.
What?
I'll give you a hint. The M stands for magazine.
Hmm.
The international magazine.
I don't know.
You got really close. It's the International Magazine of Events.
Ah, there's an oven there?
There's an of, and they
Ah,
don't count
That's
it.
cheating.
It
Should
is.
be Timo.
It is cheating.
Timo magazine. Timoe. Of events?
Yeah.
Okay, the International Magazine of Events. Okay.
I would ask what IKEA stands for, but it's just like a bunch of proper names that are Swedish. So I couldn't even tell you.
I mean, we could try and guess Swedish proper names.
Is the wait, so the magazine is Swedish?
No, IKEA.
Oh, okay. I was like, what? It's like Time Magazine? Okay.
But instead, we're going to go to CAPTCHA, as in, are you a robot? Enter how many cars you see, or what? Write these wavy letters. CAPTCHA.
Is it CAPCHA?
CAPTCHA.
Okay.
Oh, I have no idea. That's way too long for me. I don't know anything.
CAPT cap.
And honestly, it has some additional little words that they're not including.
Crocodiles of America. Put trucks. Crocodiles of America.
Close to homeowners associations.
Yes, Crocodiles of America put trucks close to homeowners associations.
Okay, sure, that one. That's my guess too.
Is completely automated public Turing test to tell computers and humans apart.
Wait, cheese for the
There-
Turing test?
There should be, but they're bad at acronyms.
Savage. Don't even know. So it's completely automated public Turing test to check for, what was it again? What was CAPTCHA again?
It was completely automated public Turing test, and yet the test they don't put that in there. They're dumb. To tell, so there should be 4 T's. Computers and humans apart.
Man,
I love that the test to tell whether or not you're a computer or a human is given to you by a computer.
We're only teaching them how to trick us.
yeah. A bit of a terrifying prospect.
I mean, don't think about it.
Epcot.
Epcot.
Ooh.
I knew that was an acronym.
I think the T stands for time.
Epcot.
Exploratory public capsule of time.
Oh, that's a good one. I like that one. That's a good one.
Because I know the whole deal with Epcot is that it was trying to show like the whole world,
Yeah.
and like the future. It's kind of like a miniature, like World's Fair almost kind of deal. So are we ready for the real thing?
Yeah, what is it?
Experimental prototype community of tomorrow.
Ah, that's right.
The tomorrow part makes sense for sure.
I just forget that E can stand for experimental. I don't know why. It's just like not my go-to when I think of acronyms. Prototype community of tomorrow.
Spam. As in the gross meat in the can.
That's not fair. I can't help it.
Some pork and Muppets.
What's with you and Muppets today?
They're being hunted.
Honestly, this is a bit of a cheating acronym as well. The thing I'm learning from this list is that people are bad at acronyms.
They never had that assignment where you had to like make up a poem using just the letters in your name. Or like
What the hell
start
kind of assignment was that?
it was like a English assignment I would have in like elementary school where you'd like write your name, an acrostic poem.
Oh, okay, no, yeah, we did that that was in 6th grade, wasn't it?
Probably.
Yeah, I think I remember doing that in
I vaguely remember it as well.
You're bragging because you learned it earlier.
No, I just think I did it both years. I
Yeah.
remember doing it multiple times.
Yeah.
Is the thing.
So it's supposed to be shoulder of pork and ham. But
it's not either of these
Starts with an E.
things.
okay, this one actually is an acronym where all of the words are in it and it's the right letters. Nerf.
Or
Or
nothing.
no. If one of us calls Jinx, the podcast will be over.
Nerf. I didn't even know Nerf was an acronym though, gotta be honest. Nerf.
Nerds expect real foam. I think the RF could stand for real foam. Personally.
The F is foam.
Yes!
That's foam. Not
newly-
everyone realizes it's foam.
Not everyone realizes it's foam. Newly experimental realistic foam.
Realistic foam?
It's almost like foam.
Newly edible
What is it if it's not foam?
rigatoni foam.
Ugh.
Yeah, what's it really?
Non-expandable recreational foam.
Recreational foam, as opposed to all of the other kinds of foam that are not recreational.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I know that my first question when I'm looking at recreational foam is, does it expand? I don't want it to. Better make that clear in the name.
Well, at least there were proper nouns. So that's good. Should we do two more and talk about cosplay?
Yeah, let's do a couple more.
Okay.
I like this. This is a lot of fun.
This was a good idea.
Good job.
Okay, so this one's not actually an acronym in the fact that the company name 3M is just written out 3M,
Instead of MMM.
but it is standing for 3Ms.
Mom. Just in those three different tones.
That's why the acronym never took off, because you can't. Oh, I don't know. I'm trying to think of like like the Mothers Against Drunk Driving thing. I'm trying to think of something that like sort of fits into that.
Mothers against the drunk.
I don't know. I can't think of anything better than Jacob's. So Jacob has. Jacob's the so the best one so far.
That's your guess.
Yeah.
Mother's murdering Muppets.
Why?
They're going extinct.
Why is it always Muppets?
Because they're going extinct.
Jacob has some real concerns about like the universe Muppet population.
Yeah, I'm gonna become an activist. Start an organization. Save the Muppets.
So 3M stands for Minnesota Mining and Manufacturing.
What the?
Okay. Not expecting that, but
I
fun.
definitely wasn't expecting that.
Ooh, this is a. So you probably know TCBY, the country's best yogurt, but originally the acronym stood for something else.
The country's burnt yogurt.
Jacob, you're not allowed to talk anymore.
Hey, it wasn't about Muppets, so it's fine.
Hell, it is.
You made it about Muppets.
No them.
They had to change the name because they were sued by a rival yogurt chain.
A rival yogurt? That makes it sound like it's like the mafia or something like. It took me a second to realize what the hell that was.
They're fighting their rival yogurt chain.
I've also never heard of this rival yogurt chain.
They spent all their money suing TCBY. They spent more money on the litigation.
No, but it is an odd acronym, so you should take a crack at it.
TCBY.
Tiny moron commission. Wait, that's wrong. That's out of order. TCB. I don't know.
I was thinking tasty crab butts. Yum. Or tasty crab butt yogurt.
Butt yogurt.
Crab
Why?
butt yogurt.
Why?
Why are you like this, Jacob?
Because in middle school when I played a dead body, my head got slammed against the hinge of the thing I was being put into. I was definitely like this before that.
Yeah, I was about to say. I was like, no.
It activated my powers.
It originally stood for "This can't be yogurt." The rival was "I can't believe it's yogurt." So they were really like, "I can't believe it's yogurt" was very protective of their terrible brand identity.
Oh, I can't believe you've done this.
And those are the only good ones on this list.
Nothing else is good.
Well, here's a story. Arby's is a play on RB, which is the chain's founders, the Raffle brothers. But in the 80s, they came up with a fake acronym, America's Roast Beef. Yes, sir.
A fake acronym?
Yeah, in that, like, that's not what it stands for. But
they're gonna tell people that's what it stands for.
Yep.
Because they wanted to hide the fact that they were in fact serving RB, the founder.
They just
it wasn't
shaved them really thin.
It wasn't
roast.
roast.
They've been able to get them to last a long time because they've been shaving them so thin.
Why are you like this? All right.
It's like the Walt Disney's head is like frozen beneath like Disney World or whatever.
Oh, I was like, where are we going with this?
Yeah, there's that theory that like they're gonna try and resurrect him when they're powerful enough, I guess.
When they're powerful enough?
I don't know. I don't know why that conspiracy even exists.
They're already so powerful.
They tried. It takes 1 hour out of 5 minutes.
I guess that's the end of the segment. we had no lead out plan.
We barely planned the segment. But we're gonna talk about cosplay, right?
Yeah.
All right. And so,
what it is?
would you like to begin? Oh well, yeah. I mean,
it's not an acronym. More of a portmanteau.
It's a snackronym.
A snack that's made of cracked goldfish. That's why you keep eating them.
So
that's why.
I'm chasing that first goldfish high.
What were both of your first experiences with cosplay?
First experience or like
first experience doing or just first experience?
Whatever's more interesting.
I mean, everybody's first experience doing cosplay was the same. It was Halloween.
Valid point. Valid point.
Okay, well, here's the other thing. What is cosplay? What 2 words is it? Do you know?
I think maybe as a general definition, cosplay would be
Yeah, it's costume play.
Yeah. But like, dressing up as more so dressing up as a character from something that you that you want to show, I don't know, maybe like your like fandom for, but that's not I guess not necessary. There's lots of people who dress up for things that they aren't fans of, but they're still cosplaying.
I would say
At least not like huge.
If you're being a generic pirate, that's not cosplay, that's a costume. If you're being anything specific, then that gets closer to cosplay.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
So if I dress up as Steve Jobs, is that cosplay? Like if I went as Steve Jobs for Halloween, is that cosplay?
Only if you act like Steve Jobs. If you're like entire, like you have like his persona or whatever. Like if you act as if you were Steve Jobs, then yes. But if you only dress up as him,
yeah. And I guess it's I was introduced to cosplay as a term and everything because of conventions, not necessarily with Halloween, because like as a kid I didn't really like know about that concept,
right.
But yeah, I mean, one of the first conventions I went to, I remember seeing a lot of people cosplaying, and I was like, oh, this is super cool. Like, I'd love to do this someday. And the first like real cosplay I did was Greed from the original Full Metal Alchemist.
And that was actually really good. I remember seeing the pictures when you guys went. That was a really good one.
Yeah, I'm sad that parts of the costume like went missing. I have no idea where they went.
Missing.
Yeah, like they were just gone. Like I have no idea where they are.
Weird.
It was hanging in my closet, and now, yeah, I still have the glasses from it. And that costume actually introduced me to the wonder of skinny jeans. Because I had to go shopping for skinny jeans because that's like what he wears, and I was like, wow, these pants are great. Like, why have I been hating on skinny jeans all my life?
You gotta talk about the cosplay.
Okay.
The one and only.
I don't know if this was my next cosplay, but it was certainly my worst. So I wanted to go as Brand from League of Legends, and he's on fire. And
all the time, like
yeah,
not like he shot
his body.
baskets.
His body kind of looks like if like lava were cracking under the surface of like some rock. And so I wanted to try and go as him. So I was supposed to get off work at like 3, and then I had the Halloween party at like 6. But well, basically like there weren't enough people around, and so I had to stay at work until 5. And so what I was planning to have 3 hours to put together this costume, I only had like 45 minutes. And so I slapped like a bunch of like string, like I taped a bunch of string to like a black shirt, like red and yellow and orange string. And I
wish I had a picture. There's gotta be somebody's gotta have a picture somewhere.
And then my family, just because my mom is involved in lots of different things, she just happens to have like some kind of decorative hats, and there was this like hat that looked like it had like kind of a flame design on it, except for it was like a Abraham Lincoln top hat with flames. And so I wore that, and then this like a terrible tape string outfit thing, and
he showed up and everybody was like, what are you?
And I was like, I'm Brand. It was just so embarrassing and terrible. And we refer to that costume as Budget Brand. because it was extremely budget and just so bad.
My first cosplay was Dr. Horrible back in high school.
And that was the thing.
Yeah. And that was a tough one because his lab coat attaches on the side. It's not a button down the middle. It's all like just very much, it attaches on the shoulder and against the side. And so my poor mother made the lab coat. So, yes, she's a saint of a woman. She sewed this lab coat, and I got the welding goggles and had to paint the sides because the welding goggles that they used were green, but then they painted them. And I tried to find the boots, but they were actual like steel-toed construction boots, and I was not going to spend $100.
Yeah, those are pricey.
And then the acronyms were like elk or something fancy, so I just got cheap welding gloves and embroidered the, caduceus kind of thing that he has on the pocket, and made a silver lunchbox say Wonderflonium or whatever it was, do not bounce. So there was a lot of elbow grease that went into that because everything had to be modified in some way. The gloves had to have the logos painted over, so I had to color match the weird mottled gray of the gloves. Like, everything was a lot of work.
Well, it ended up working, right?
Yeah. I didn't have the gun like some of the Dr. Horribles at that convention, but mine was one of the better costumes.
I think the most successful costumes I had were the Han Solo costume that I put together, which I'm still like, I have to redo because I have the pants, the vest, and the shirt like exactly, but I have to redo the belt so it can actually fit a gun. Because right now it's just like the belt and the holster doesn't exactly work, but the belt is leather, so redoing that is kind of difficult.
Yeah.
But by far the best looking and the most complimenting costume I have is Cody from Street Fighter 4.
Oh, cool.
The prison uniform with the shackles and the wrench. And I went to MagFest. My first time going to MagFest, I wore that costume. And it was like every 2 minutes somebody was like, "Oh, can I get a picture with you? Oh, can I get a picture with you?" And it was just really like, I felt really good about it because the costume was so good, but I also felt really good about it for having it and making it and putting it together.
Yeah.
And people were so excited to see that character represented.
It's great when people recognize you. And then the other cosplay that I've done so far was a Captain Planet cosplay. I wasn't able to paint my skin blue because the paint that we got was rancid, which was really weird. But I still got some compliments and recognition for it, which was cool. And I think I ran into another Captain Planet at that convention as well, which was also very fun. Yeah, that's it.
The only other cosplay that I've done at a con was Hellboy, and that was pretty great. But it introduced me to the colossal pain that is body paint.
Yeah, some people do body paint. I'm like, I don't, how, what,
It takes so much work to get body paint to go on right, because you need to not have oily skin, because then it won't really stay, and you need to not really touch anything, and for extra protection you need to hairspray so it doesn't melt off.
yeah, that would be a problem.
Man.
I'm trying to find the good pictures. But Dark Horse Comics featured me on their Instagram page, so that was
Wow. That's cool.
Yeah, that's the pictures are pretty sweet. She's looking for them now. Oh yeah.
There's one.
Nice. Wow. So that's not like I'm guessing that's not a real cigar.
No, it is a paper one from a costume shop. Yep.
Fair. I think, and I never remember to
So cool.
reference this, but we did a costume party. That was we did a murder mystery party. I remember at my house
Oh, okay.
once, and everybody dressed up. And I'll put up the picture that we have from that in the Facebook post that I make every time I post up the show. So if you want to check that out and you're listening to us on YouTube, go check it out on Facebook and check out the Dr. Z show on Facebook, and I'll have that picture posted of all of us in our costumes. So that was a good time, and that was a good. I think everybody had a good time doing that. It was a fun experience.
I guess I know there's kind of like a culture around cosplay itself, but there's also a lot of I don't know, there's like a lot of people who are in the community, different like nerd communities who don't cosplay, but they definitely like appreciate the people who do. I guess like I don't know. I almost feel like I would need like statistics somehow to
All statistics are made up.
to find out how, I don't know, like how it affects. I feel like pretty much everyone's just gonna say like, oh yeah, cosplay's cool, and just leave it at that. But I feel like it's really exploded recently.
More recently, you think?
Well,
Yeah.
I think it's because of people digging for validation from the internet, and it's a really good way to get it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
And not necessarily always in a bad way. It's people looking.
yeah, no, saying that to me makes it seem like
Yeah.
it's fishing for compliments, and I mean, maybe it is sometimes to
Or
some.
looking for connection.
Yeah, I think that's more that to me is more.
Yeah, it's a combination of expressing love for something and also wanting to find a place and like feel like you have a place. Feel like if I get one compliment like on this costume, like if someone recognizes who this character is, like the entire convention, like that's good enough.
Well, I think a lot of that comes from you want to do these things for Halloween, but you know that if you do them, no one will get them.
The Blue Man Group. That's kind of a long and uninteresting story.
You went as the Blue Man Group?
You and I and Connor tried to go as the Blue Man Group.
I forgot
And
about that.
Connor couldn't go because he had to take his little sister trick or treating, and you were late for some reason, and it's just like is a mess. The whole thing was just like ended up not working out.
That's probably why I don't remember it.
Yeah, it was not a good time. It was also like in middle school, I think it was like 8th grade.
Yeah, I went as a mouse for Halloween in 7th grade.
Just like a mouse, just like randomly.
Yes, a mouse. I had a hat with like the right ears, and just did some like light makeup on my nose. There we go. Wore some gray clothes, and I'm a mouse.
I went to a Halloween party as the black hat guy from XKCD once. Wait, was that the same party as the budget brand?
I think so. I'm pretty sure.
It was either that same one or it was the year before, because I remember we went to that one twice.
Yeah, it was just at like someone's house in their basement, right?
Yeah. Well, because the other year I went as the black hat guy one year, and then the other year I went as I wore a suit, and I remember walking in. Jessica asked me if I dressed up as myself, but I went as I had index cards with "I'm sorry" written on them, and I handed them out to people. I was a formal apology.
That's awesome. So
I was pretty proud of that. I was like, "This is funny."
did you do your Hellboy cosplay for like the challenge of doing a Hellboy cosplay, or because you're an avid?
I like the Hellboy movies, and Mike Mignola's like art style, but I also thought it would be a fun costume and a fun challenge to make. But those are very good movies, so.
I haven't seen them.
You haven't seen it? My gosh.
Or read the comics.
You gotta see them before.
The remake comes out.
Yeah, before the remake. 'Cause the remake is not supposed to be very good.
Oh, really?
I don't know. I've been hearing only negative things about it. So.
I hadn't kept up much on the news about it. I just knew the last I saw was just some promotional images with David Harbour. But yeah, and also it seemed like it would be a tough thing to do because, well, at first I didn't realize how tough it would be because I didn't realize how hard it would be to make a hand. Because that's a sculpting challenge. Because it's a hand that only has 4 fingers, so I had to shave down and reshape and remold a Hulk hand that I got from the internet.
You're making a face.
I am.
Yes. You looked really concerned.
I don't know. It seems very complicated.
It was.
Yeah, like I can imagine.
But it was pretty sick.
Was it contagious?
So sick it was contagious.
I tried very, very hard to not get the red paint on anything that I touched.
What kind of paint was it?
It was Maron brand costume kind of red body paint.
Was it like acrylic paint, or was it like what kind of paint was it?
Oh no, there was acrylic paint on the hand, but that was dried and I sealed it.
Oh, okay.
But on my body, I had the Maron like red paint, but I mixed it with some brown pigments, so basically some loose eyeshadow to make it less cherry red because it was kind of ridiculously red, just like ketchup-y. almost pinky,
Gross.
and so I wanted it to look much more natural, so I mixed in some brown powdered pigments with it. And
Nice.
that worked, but it made it a lot harder to get consistent, like to make it not streaky. So it made application harder. But it looked better.
So, like, I don't know, I'm trying to think of a not weird way to ask this. Were you able to get it, like where did you, was it, like, everywhere? Or was it, like, only,
And one hand.
okay.
Yeah, because like it was in the picture, like the trench coat and
Right.
Yeah. And the hand that was wearing the red hand of doom, that was actually completely fine underneath. Because I didn't have to paint it because it was just wearing a big old prop hand. So
Right.
when I wanted to touch things at the con, like if someone had an art book and I wanted to look at it, then I could take off the red hand and then flip through it with the hand that was not makeup.
With your actual hand. Right, okay. Okay. I don't know, I've seen some very, like, I don't think I've ever seen someone cosplay as Hellboy, but I've seen some very, like, detailed and, like, hugely, like, in-depth cosplays. I know somebody that Jacob and I went to high school with made a Big Daddy suit for her husband. And that is detailed.
Yeah, that's hardcore.
I'm trying to think of some of the more detailed ones I've seen. I saw somebody build a Master Chief suit, like from scratch, and wear that.
Costumes with wings that actually unfurl, those are pretty sweet.
I've not ever seen one, but I've seen pictures of them, and they're nuts.
Yeah.
I saw someone who went as a 2D sprite. So like they had of the space pirates from Super Metroid. And
Okay.
so basically they just had these like flat things like kind of attached to their side. And so if you looked at them from one side, they were just like the sprite.
They were just like a picture.
Yeah. But
That's
so
okay, so
Edward Scissorhands and a shrub. They were a pair cosplay.
that's fun.
that's a good pair. I've seen the Tuxedo Mask Sailor Moon pair many times.
Tuxedo Mask. His
Haven't
name is
even
so
done
great.
anything. Okay, so here's a good question. What if money was no object, and assuming you had all of the skills to do it, what cosplay would you want to do? Like, from at all from anything, and why?
Non-real answer, actually two non-real answers. A full scale Galactus and full scale the Living Planet.
Real answer being
Not the Green Lantern one.
Or full scale Pacific Rim. Like we just build a giant robot.
giant mech suit.
Yep.
You sit
get
outside of the
Jaeger.
convention.
You smash the convention center. Whoops.
I got this like picture of like a Jaeger sitting in National Harbor, like across from the Gaylord, just like in the middle of the Potomac.
That's
Real answer though.
I have been wanting to do a Corvo Atano cosplay for a while.
Yeah, because you love Dishonored.
Such a good game.
I mean,
Emotional hooks just in me. Grabbing my heart. Grabbing my heartstrings in the first 5 minutes of the game. Nothing like it.
I probably wouldn't want to anymore because of Hugh Jackman, but I would 100% do, like, if I could get the claws, like, to work somehow, and, like, go way in detail with it, I would totally do Wolverine. Because we're the same height. Wolverine is not 6'2". He is 5'4". He's smaller than Spider-Man. And I don't know if this is cultural appropriation, but just because the suit is so cool, I would do Black Panther. Like, the suit is so cool. Like, I can't get over it. Like, the Black Panther suit is so.
And if you didn't take off the helmet the whole time, you'd be okay.
And didn't say anything.
Yeah.
Only pose.
I would do
I mean, I don't know if this is. I feel like it would be fine as long as you weren't like, I'm the White Panther, because I'm white. Like, like if you weren't like
would
being.
I do that?
I just feel like it's not cultural appropriation as long as you're not like trying to force the issue of being like, look at how like I'm not the same race as him. Like,
oh well, yeah, no, like that's.
And also no blackface.
Yeah, black. Yeah,
oh
that'd
no.
be terrible.
No.
Yeah, like we all know that would be terrible. But
yeah,
that
wasn't even the question.
So, and I would say this isn't cultural appropriation either because there's a lot of black people who dress up as like non-black characters. And we're not like, hey, he isn't. I mean, there are some terrible people who are like, hey, like you can't dress up as that character because they're white. Like
Black Panther has always been defined by his blackness.
That's true.
Like in one of his first issues, he fights the KKK.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, and that's why I wouldn't do it, but I can't get over, like, the suit is just so cool. Like, I can't get over it. Like, the costume is awesome. I'm trying to think of, there was somebody I was thinking of the other day. I've always wanted to do a Soren Markov from Magic the Gathering.
Yeah.
The white hair would be, I'd have to have a wig for that. I can't grow my hair out that long ever again.
And dye it white.
Oh yeah, no, and have it like ghost white. There was somebody I was thinking of the other day though that would be really cool. The Doctor Strange cosplay is going to be awesome when it works out.
How much we're saying, like, if money is no object and you have the skill required, like, what does that mean you can accomplish? Can you actually replicate ridiculous technology?
Oh well, okay, no, like the technology, like you can't be like.
I'm cosplaying as Iron Man, and I can blow up tanks.
No, I was thinking Breath of the Wild Link. You have a little paraglider that lets you jump off anything. Because
motorcycle horse.
It makes no sense that would be able to, like, you jump off of a cliff.
And you can, like, and you drink energy drinks midair to keep going.
Yeah, holding a small, like, just square of fabric, and that is enough.
That saves you.
From gravity.
I don't know. There was one that would have been like really involved and expensive to make that I wanted to do, and like now for the life of me I can't think of what it was.
It would be something like Medusa with animatronic snake hair.
Okay.
That would be pretty good.
One that would be really cool to do would be Silver Surfer.
Yeah.
Have like a giant have like the giant board or whatever and just carry it around.
You know, it would be a really crazy group cosplay,
Hmm.
like Jason and the Argonauts, except for like some people are parts of the ship. Like, so like you have the full Argo, like, and so you have like one person is holding like the front part of the ship, and then like some people are holding like, a bunch of middle pieces, and then they just crouch down, and then you have other people like stand and be like.
Well, you said Jason the Argonauts, and the first thing I picture.
Members of the crew.
You said Jason the Argonauts. The first thing I picture is like the scene where he's like fighting the skeletons. So I imagine
yeah.
like the group goes like
The
as
terrible
one person
blue
as
screen
Jason,
skeletons.
and a bunch of random people go as skeletons, and then they like meet at the convention center and like have like this giant fight. But the skeletons all have to move like with the weird like blue screen animation.
Yeah,
Um,
I love that movie.
I don't know. Group cosplays are very interesting. I saw somebody. I saw a Demacia group cosplay at MagFest where somebody went as there was Yarvin, Garen, and
Also did what the Space Princess.
uh, Jin Zhao. But I thought it would be cool to go as Patch. Hold on.
Anthony's dog interrupting the podcast. I get that reference now. Yeah, Abby also went as Lumpy Space Princess for one Halloween.
Patch, why are you like this? Stop.
As a side note, BYU campus becomes like on Halloween becomes almost like a convention with the number of costumes and the detail.
Yeah. Thank you. The Dunk Squad was what I was gonna say. Go as all the members of the Dunk Squad.
That'd be great.
I would do a Vladimir cosplay. Again, the long white hair is an issue, but you could get a wig for that.
There's a wig for that.
Do a Darius cosplay. Ha!
Ha!
I do like
Ha!
costumes with ridiculous wigs.
I don't know. What would you do, Jacob? Like,
for like a group cosplay.
yeah, like if you could get a whole group together to do a cosplay, what would you do?
I've always wanted to do a Clue group cosplay.
Yeah, okay.
If this was another like money is no issue and you can do like a really good job, I think it would be fun to go as the Monstars.
Oh, from Space Jam.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be great.
Like with like really nice like synthetic
Makeup
masks.
or synthetic masks.
Yeah.
That would be funny.
The Monstars. And there's like enough like different builds there that like you could get like a good group of people. You just need like one really tall lanky guy, like one kind of stocky guy. Like
Somebody really short.
yeah.
Monstars.
That's if money were no issue. Like that I think that would be great. There's that there's that person that did the cosplay of like in not Ridley like from Super Metroid, but Ridley from Alien in like the mech suit.
Ripley?
Alien. Ripley? It's Ripley?
Yeah, Ellen Ripley.
Okay, whoops. All right.
No relation.
I thought it was Ridley for the longest time. But that's because Ridley Scott.
Because you're thinking Ridley Scott, yeah.
Okay. Ripley. Yeah, good Ripley. And then I've seen someone made like a good Transformers costume for their kid where they could fold up into a car.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Could the car like move, or was this like they just folded up?
I don't know. I think it could just fold up like into the car. If it could move, that would be sweet.
Are
they had
you
to,
okay, Patch?
They like punch down and put their arms over their face.
Yeah, it seems uncomfortable.
That's like,
I've seen the backpack Yoda cosplay a lot. I don't know. I'm trying to think of like other the one I was thinking of earlier though. Like I'm gonna remember as soon as we're done recording, and it's gonna be irritating.
First in YouTube comments, and then the costume.
Here's a question, just because you love the series so much. Would you do Samus? Would you be Samus Aran if you could?
I don't know. Probably not.
Probably not.
For maybe a similar reason. I'm like, it's so iconic that Samus is a woman that like
That you wouldn't want to take away from that.
would yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Like that was like the big thing is that they were like, oh, like only dudes can be space heroes. What? It's a girl. So,
In that voice, exactly.
yeah, that's how the community reacted.
With that voice, the collective voice. I'd like to do a and I could probably put this together.
Back when the game came.
I'd like to do Sub-Zero. I could probably put that together.
Yeah, that would be possible. There's certainly enough like knockoff Sub-Zero costumes that you can find.
Well, I have a mask that looks basically exactly like his mask that I use when I go skiing. So I just need like the jumpsuit thing that he wears.
pretty
Oh. Cuphead.
Oh, Cuphead. Okay, I was like, Cat in the Hat? And then I was like, no, wait a second, something's wrong. I like that. Mr. King does. I can go as him.
The Cuphead. I was just thinking of another costume that would be really good. My brain.
What are you gonna do? You're gonna do the headless, right? Or the
That's great. Yes. That's the one that I'm doing next. But I was thinking, I think another costume that would look really good would be if you could like pull it off would be Caustic from
Apex Legends?
Yeah, from Apex Legends. I think that would be a sweet costume.
I'd want to go to Octane, but the legs wouldn't work. Mirage would be a crazy, because he also has all the little like things all over his suit that like let him decoy.
Yeah.
That would be crazy to pull off. Or somebody going as Gibraltar, like the huge armor.
Yeah. Or someone going as the robot.
Oh yeah.
Question.
I saw somebody go as the members of.
Would you?
So in the so in the Unreal Tournament lore, there's a team called Thunder Crash that eventually like becomes the highest paid team in the Unreal Championship series, and so they get nicknamed Thunder Cash. But the team is 6. It is 6 people, and then 2 of them die, like not related to the tournament, and so the team ends up being 4 people, and then they break up and they become like defense contractors by the time Unreal Tournament 3 rolls around. But I saw somebody go as the 2004 Thunder Cash team. I only ever saw it in pictures, but it was really cool. The way that they got like all the Unreal Tournament, like, and they like built like one of them was like carrying like a flak cannon, and like one of them had a translocator. Obviously, like it didn't work, but you know, it was still cool to see the effort that went into it.
That's Misty.
Ooh.
You're a sleepy dog, huh?
Uh,
Sleep.
Would you ever have one of your kids dress up as Claptrap from Borderlands?
No,
Because I'm thinking you can only pull that off if you're a little kid. So
no, absolutely not. Claptrap, a character designed to be annoying that succeeds. First, why are you designing a character to be irritating? Second, why are you designing a character to be irritating? Third, why is that the character you succeed with?
I don't know.
Oh, the Borderlands series. So full of promise, so full of disappointment. There's hope. There's hope yet for Borderlands 3, but we said the same thing about Borderlands 2.
Or like the pre-sequel.
That flopped, failed.
Yeah.
The moon physics not worth. Anyway,
Yeah. They didn't even have moon physics in Destiny when you were on an actual moon as well.
you were on the actual moon.
Yeah.
Although I guess it wasn't the actual moon because it was in the Destiny universe, so it was like the Destiny universe moon.
Destiny Mooniverse. I don't know.
That's too hard, I think. Alright, well, I think we're at that point where we're rambling. I really wanted to go see Far From Home today, but I just like could not.
Wait, is it out? I thought it comes out next week. I thought it comes out on Tuesday.
Oh, I thought it was today. I might be wrong.
I thought it came out on July 2nd.
Oh, well, point. I didn't have the energy to do so today anyway. But I'm going to try to see it this week.
So are we, I believe.
Good.
And check
Maybe we'll
out
talk
the-
about that next time. Maybe.
Next time. After that time.
Although, I don't know if we'll be able to record next weekend because I'll be in the 4th. Or I'll be in Ohio for the 4th reunion. My family does a 4th of July reunion the weekend of the 4th of July at my grandmother's home in Ohio. So that will be on Saturday. And we'll be driving home on Sunday. So I don't know if we'll be able to record then.
Yeah, it
Might
does
have
sound
to
unlikely.
schedule a different time. Who knows? But we will see you all again soon.
Or not. You're
Or in
watching.
another month.
We don't see anyone.
If we don't see you again, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.
Adios.
Now come full circle.
Adios.